Hi, guys.
Hi,
This is Goop Yourself, the podcast where we talk about everything goop. I'm Brian Rucker.
I'm Aggie Hewitt. I
I just
really
got
look.
really. What?
I'm just looking at myself in the camera, and it's just not good. What's happening? I'm wearing like this like terry cloth onesie that I wear. I'm just like really like fully lying down in bed.
You're, yeah, completely prone in bed like a Victorian tuberculosis victim.
I mean, that's nice. A nice way to put it. I mean, I look like one of the 400-pound sisters. Not that I'm not body shaming, like spiritually is what I
I
mean.
see. I
You know
see.
what I mean? Like
Uh,
that's the energy
you have a 400-pound spirit. I get it.
for sure. Or sorry, 1,000-pound sisters. Whatever am I saying?
Wow, that's quite a lot of pounds.
Well, it's combined.
Still. I also feel like 1,000-pound sister because I had a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel for breakfast this morning.
Oh, that sounds good. Where'd you get it?
Bell's. John went to Bell's and got it. I'm honestly just eating too many bagels nowadays since LA has all these fancy bagel places have sprung up around the city, and I try them all, and I'm just eating too many bagels.
I love bagels so much, but I haven't been to any of the fancy bagel places.
Bell's is my favorite.
Is that the one in Highland Park?
It's the one in Highland Park. Last weekend I went to Courage, which is
I heard that one.
Yeah, it's across the street from Squirrel on Virgil. I had to wait for over an hour to get a bagel.
See, that's why I don't go to them, because they usually have these long waits and stuff, and I'm just like, I can't.
It's bullshit. I mean, Bell's you can order online and pick it up, and you don't have to wait at all. Courage, it also like, and I think this is just in LA or any of cities where tourists go, and now tourists are coming back. I swear to God, everyone that was waiting in line with me at Courage was like a European tourist. It was so strange.
Well, people want to see the big city of LA.
Le bagel. Yeah. I mean, everyone from all over the world comes to LA to eat bagels.
I know. Well, according to the New York Times, that everyone got mad about.
Oh, that Aggie, you've hit the nail on the head. That's exactly why all these tourists were there, was that article in the New York Times.
Yeah. But this was the thing. I don't know how I feel about this like LA bagel boom.
It sounds dumb, but I swear the old school bagels I've had from LA have just really not been up to par.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't want to have to go and like stand on a line and wait. I mean, just the whole vibe of
no, I got it.
This just stresses me out.
But yeah, if you're in the city, go to Bell's, order ahead. You won't have to wait. Bacon, egg, and cheese, and then it comes with shalom sauce, which is a garlic aioli. It's very good.
All right, maybe I'll get some for this weekend.
Oh yeah. What else? I am drinking my second cold brew of the day, which is rare.
Yeah, I've got a cold brew. I've got the last dregs of a cold brew on the other side of the room that I'm thinking I will get to you soon, my dear.
Mine has hemp milk in it, which I think hemp milk is the most disgusting of the milks. It has to be.
I'm not a hemp milk fan. No, don't like it. Mine has oat milk in it, which you told me was actually really bad for you. But what can I say? I love it.
It's tasty. Yeah, oat milk. I read some article where it was like the way that they process it, all of the oats just instantly turn into sugar, but they don't have to report it as sugar on the nutritional information. So it's this whole scam.
Because it's so sweet.
Yeah.
I actually, speaking of East Coast favorites, or maybe not New York, but I think possibly, but I went to Dunkin' Donuts the other day, which is a fave of my college, like dirtbag, true desperation and like tragedy, like of my 20s. Like I would love nothing more than to fucking get a bagel, a shitty bagel and a nice coffee before I got on the train, which sounds so disgusting now. Anyway.
Oh no, it's like, I mean, in New York or Chicago or Boston, of course, it's one of the greatest things about living in one of those cities is just getting a big Dunkin' iced coffee on the way to the train and then eating your disgusting egg sandwich or donut like on the subways.
I know, like the croissant sandwiches there, like all their shit.
Yeah.
And like the iced coffee, it really is bad. It really is bad. But like it's like Hershey's chocolate or something. It's one of those things that you can understand that it's not good, but it's it nothing else tastes like it.
Yeah.
And it is just so perfect when you want it. And especially in LA, I hadn't had it for years. And then we just got Dunkin' Donuts here like fairly recently.
The one in my neighborhood opened up like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And that was one of the first
Yeah.
ones in LA, I think.
Yeah, I think it was too. And I even then I didn't really go, but there's a drive through on my way to work that
Oh, there you go.
is sort of irresistible to I mean it's not because I had resisted it until this point, but I went the other day and got one and now I'm like, oh, I have to like leave for work an hour early or like not an hour, like 15 minutes early now so I can like start getting my iced coffees.
I mean, but that'll really fuel you up. Those Dunkin' iced coffees.
Yeah, that'll jack me up and get me ready to take on the day.
The last few times I've been to Dunkin', because I don't go often, but yeah, there is one like very close to me. So when the good bakery in my neighborhood down the street from Dunkin' has like a line out the door, I'll sometimes just go to Dunkin' instead.
It just it just feels so dirty.
Yeah, but that
And it's like I can't believe I can do this whenever I want when I go to Dunkin'.
you can. You're an adult.
Yeah.
I've been ordering cold brew though, because they started doing cold brew, but it doesn't taste like good cold brew. So I feel like I should just order the traditional iced coffee from Dunkin'. I think that's what they succeed at.
That's what I get, but I did get mine with oat milk.
Oh yeah, I did too last time.
Pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Everything is pretty good there except the donuts. I don't think the donuts are
Well,
good at all.
LA has what many people don't know, but like an incredible donut scene. Like we have the best like mini mall donut places.
Oh yeah, nothing like it.
And they're kind of it's like an out like in Chicago, they say that there are more independently owned hot dog stands than like McDonald's or whatever.
Mm.
And I think that we might have more like independently owned donut places than McDonald's. Like we have a lot of donut places here.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
And they're all good.
They're all so good. There's a great documentary if anyone's interested. I think it's just called Donut King, and it's about one Cambodian immigrant who came to LA in the 70s or 80s and basically started the first independently owned donut shop in LA. And then because of his success, hundreds of Cambodian immigrants came and sort of followed in his footsteps. And now most of the donut shops in LA are owned by Cambodian immigrants.
Yeah, you did tell me about this before. I should watch it because I do love donuts.
They're tasty. I think actually today is, I might be wrong on this. I saw it briefly on Twitter. I think today is International Donut Day. Don't quote me on that.
I think you're right. I think I got a notification from Dunkin' Donuts that was like, you can get a free donut today. And I was like, don't tempt me, Dunkin', because I go to you now.
And the only good, sorry to keep talking about Dunkin', the only good donut they had at Dunkin', I thought, was the French cruller. And I think they got rid of it.
No, they have. Well, maybe. The French cruller is like, it's like a wavy circle.
Yeah, it's like a wavy circle and it's super light. It's almost like a beignet.
The cruller to me tastes like it has egg in it.
It might.
Yeah, to me, like even a bad donut is pretty good.
Sure.
But yeah, like if you're in LA and you're trying to get donuts, go to basically any independently owned donut place and you'll get a better donut than Dunkin'. But if you need to go and like relive your college years and get like a giant iced coffee with like a bunch of granulated sugar just lying on the bottom like in a film, then go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, that it is pretty amazing. Like the sort of 90s coffee culture is still alive in donut. Like they're in Dunkin'. I don't think they ever have invented or they've never put simple syrup in.
They
Dunkin'.
don't know how and they won't do it.
No, and it's that bottom granulation of the
sludge.
Sugar. It's great.
It's really good.
But we should move on from
let's do it.
Stuff that has nothing to do with Goop.
Gwyneth really couldn't have less to do with
Well,
Goop,
I guess 6 degrees of separation here. Gwyneth went out with Ben Affleck 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck loves Dunkin'. So by the transitive property of whatever donuts, this is right on topic.
Does he really love Dunkin'?
Yeah, photographed like every day with a giant Dunkin'.
Right. I remember during the pandemic, they kept getting he and what's her name
Anna
from
Darmas.
Anna Darmas kept getting photographed with something in their hands. I couldn't remember what it was, but it was Dunkin', I
Oh
guess.
yeah, yeah.
He's got a real, well, I always think of Dunkin' Donuts as being like a very Boston thing, even though I got into it in
Sure.
Chicago, even New York.
No, but
Uh,
it's very Boston. Like Boston, you think New York and Chicago have a lot of Dunkins. You go to Boston and there's literally, one on every block.
Man, I would love to go. Sometimes maybe it's just because I watched the first two episodes of Mayor of Easttown, which don't take place in a setting like this, but like sometimes I get an urge to go to like a real city. You know what I mean? Like a gritty, like Chicago, like go back to
Oh
Chicago or
yeah.
like go visit Boston or something. Someplace like that. Like that's not glamorous. It just like sucks and it gets really cold and whatever.
It's not. I mean, yeah, deep into summer here. I get a little, nostalgic for some East Coast weather.
Yeah.
Uh, but then I would get sick of it. I know myself too well.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks.
I like the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah. I need the bright lights of the big city of Los Angeles, baby, the city of angels.
Yeah. Have you been following Goop's Instagram account this week?
No.
They posted a little meme of Gwyneth and Ben Affleck to drum up some
Oh, I did
publicity.
see this, yeah.
It was cute. It was just that famous picture of Ben Affleck kissing Gwyneth Paltrow on the cheek and she's like looking away and like rolling her eyes.
Yeah.
And then it said under her Gemini season and under him Mercury's in retrograde or something. Some astrology thing.
Something like that. Yeah, no, I did see it. I did see it. I was actually very intrigued by this sandwich that they posted. This like flatbread sandwich.
Oh, the Sabich.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
But
will
then when
come into
yeah.
play on in the newsletters a little
Well,
bit.
when I clicked through, all right, we can talk about it later. I have some Instagram stuff on mine too.
Yeah, like the whole I think I need to just change up my sort of research process every week doing this podcast because I've been so reliant on the newsletters and the emails and the website. And
Yeah.
now there is so much stuff that they're doing on Instagram and TikTok. I think
We're so old.
I know we're so
Like,
it's
we need
so
to
sad.
adapt. It's really sad.
Like who I mean, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are probably younger than us. Some of our listeners are probably our age or older, but yeah, I'm like, okay, they are fine. They are pivoting away from these email newsletters and we need to do the same thing. We need to get with what the kids are doing. And that is TikTok.
And I'm on TikTok. I go on, said many times on this podcast, I have more than once been on TikTok staring into the void until my phone died, just transfixed, which is really, really, really sad. But it's happened to me more than once.
And you're not the only one. Millions of people. I just rarely look. Like literally, the only thing I look at, the only thing I look at on TikTok is Goop. That is the only account that I follow, and then Instagram, I will go on a couple times a week to just check out like the restaurants that I want to eat at. And that's basically what I use Instagram for. I don't know.
Yeah, Instagram, I open like sometimes absent-mindedly, and I'm just sort of like I don't even know what's on there. Like right now I'm trying to find something that I found before, but I don't always, I'm just sort of like, oh, whatever. And it just looks like a bunch of garbage to me. And like and everything on there looks like really cheap and sad.
Yeah.
Or it's just like my friends, like kids and stuff. And I'm just like, okay. Or I'm like, that's great. Whatever, I like my friends. Anyway, but TikTok, when I open TikTok, I'm like, it's late at night. TikTok is something I only am allowed to open in bed, like at night. And I'm just like, I'm going down my dark path now. Like
Yeah.
I am doing my bad thing. Like I'm crossing the threshold. I'm eating the apple. Like I am making the deal with the devil. And I know I'm like, I hope I get out of here in an hour, but I don't know. And then I just go and I'm just like, ooh, I'm just fucking going
It's
on
scary.
TikTok.
Like those, yeah, phone apps at night. Cause I will, try to get to bed at a reasonable hour. But if I open one of those things, I'm gone for like at least a half an hour. And then, it wakes me up, and then I try to do my nighttime routine, but then I also like I'm trying to read at least a little bit every night in bed, but then I'm like, well, it's already super late, so I should just try to go to sleep. And then Detransition Baby, I'm still not finished with it, even though it's a really good book.
Well, there's other stuff going on in the world like TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter. Twitter is for the morning and TikTok is for the night.
Yeah, Twitter's my real apple of knowledge temptation.
Twitter is like a good cup of and I like Twitter because I'm not active on it, but the people that I follow are like my age or older. They're like normal people. Like they seem like they're fucked up, but
Yeah.
on TikTok it's just really disturbing and they're all really young and they're like, if you're 26, you're old, fuck you. And then they just like do a dance while they're wearing like sweatpants in like some weird McMansion that someone rented for them to do it. And it's really fucked up. And it's that, and then it's just like, here's a bunch of serial killers, and then it's just like, here's this most disgusting recipe you've ever seen in your life, and then the same weird like dance they're all doing over and over and over again, and I just keep on watching it. I don't know.
Did you see the Goop like like quote unquote viral recipes that they were trying to do on TikTok?
Viral?
Well, they're not actually viral, but they're jumping onto like the sheet pan recipe thing on TikTok.
I know, but I did think that well, I'll talk to you about recipes when
Okay.
we talk
Oh
about this
yeah.
whatever the hell sandwich is called. Hang on, let me see. I really should incorporate Goop into my nightly tragedy because at least then I'll be getting something done.
Yeah. And
Oh,
they're getting pretty prolific on TikTok. They're doing a new one at least every day, I think.
oh, I think this looks pretty good. The chickpeas, sweet potato, cauliflower sheet pan.
That one looked pretty good. The one that looked sort of interesting was the spinach artichoke dip one, where they used an entire block of feta.
But it's a dip.
It's a dip, which makes I feel like the whole thing with these sheet pan recipes is supposed to be it's making like an entree simpler than cooking an entree in multiple vessels like a normal recipe. But making a dip, you're only using like even if a spinach artichoke dip, you put it in the oven anyway in like a casserole dish normally. So putting it on a sheet pan is just making it more complicated because then you're going to have to transfer it to the casserole dish. So I just don't understand what the point of a sheet pan dip is, I guess.
Some people are just of the wrong generation for TikTok.
Yes, that is very true. And then they said it was vegetable forward, but it's like
forward.
It's exactly. It's using all of I guess it has yogurt instead of mayonnaise and sour cream or whatever, but then an entire block of feta.
I mean, feta is like one of the hardest to digest cheeses out there to
Is
me.
it? Do you think?
For me personally, yes. I mean, it might not be true for everybody.
I always think, maybe it's just a placebo effect or something, but if I'm doing like a sheep's milk feta, it's easier to digest than any like cow's milk cheese.
No, not for me. I think that like goat and I think those, I mean, they're not supposed to be, but like I don't digest those well either.
I really don't digest Starbucks frappuccinos well.
No.
I had a frappuccino for the first time in, I don't know, 2 years, and it was really rough on my stomach, like terribly.
Oh my God.
Never again.
What kind did you get?
It was a strawberry funnel cake.
Was it good? I've seen that on the menu and I've been through it.
It was fine. I like strawberry flavored things. It was before a movie and I was gonna go to Pinkberry and get a frozen yogurt, and none of the flavors at Pinkberry look good, and they still aren't doing self-serve at Pinkberry,
They've
which
never done that
yeah, the one in Burbank was.
at Pinkberry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Self-serve.
Yeah. That's why I would always like to go there.
Pinkberry.
Pinkberry. Some of the branches were self-serve, some were not. The one in Burbank, as far as I know, always was until COVID. And now it's like I don't want them to do it for me.
I've never done self-serve at a Pinkberry.
It's the only way to do it, I think.
I've never been to one that had that.
Well, maybe none of them will anymore. Maybe this one permanently is going to go to, because this is more fucking local bullshit, but the one in Silver Lake has always been not self-serve, but the one in Burbank was self-serve.
The majority of them, and then the one in Hollywood has always been not self-serve, and I thought that was what made them different. And honestly, I've never had a problem with that.
No, I like to do it myself. Anyway, I didn't go to Pinkberry, went to Starbucks instead. Took them 20 minutes to, and it was, blame the employees. It was busy, but it took me 20 minutes to get my Frappuccino, and then I just sucked it down.
Oh my God.
Before the movie, and it was 24 hours of hell after that. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God. Yeah, I got a Frappuccino not that long ago too, but it didn't really have, I got a light one, so it just kind of didn't, it was just kind of mostly like ice.
I should have done that.
Yeah, it was just the caramel one. But was there coffee in it? This is what I don't understand about that Frappuccino.
Yeah, there was coffee. So it had like a ribbon of strawberry, and then it had like little chunks of dough. I don't know. But then other than that, it was like a normal coffee flavored Frappuccino. It tasted pretty good. I mean, it's just, sugar and coffee and stuff. And it's seasonal. I don't know. I'm a sucker for anything seasonal. But it's not something that you need to rush out and try. And I doubt that it's going to like be a permanent fixture on the Starbucks summer menu. My 2 cents.
Interesting. So interesting. Sorry, I'm still hung up on this self-serve Pinkberry thing. I'm just shocked. But
so anyway, you never got Pinkberry before a movie at the AMC in Burbank?
No. I guess I didn't know that there was one in that little area.
Literally right across the thing from the movie theater.
No, I guess not. I guess I never went to that Pinkberry.
Anything else on the docket before we jump to the newsletters?
No, I have no.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Okay.
What was your best of the week?
Okay, so my best of the week was like also an Instagram thing, and it came for me on my Explore page, which is an absolutely disgusting mess of just like viral recipes, Golden Girls clips, and some Gwyneth Paltrow stuff. Basically, that's what's on my Explore page.
I wish that was on my Explore. My Explore page is extremely homophobic. It's all
based on what you look at.
No, it's all naked, like next to naked guys, and I swear I don't search for naked guys on Instagram, and I don't understand and it's not even the type of guys that I'd be interested in. It's like bodybuilder people. It's so weird. My Explore page.
I mean, mine is stuff like I definitely follow a lot of like Golden Girls fan because I'm so stupid. But then I also there's a lot of Friends stuff for some reason, which I've always hated Friends. So weird. There's a Caitlyn Jenner thing right now. I guess it's just sort of random stuff, but a Gwyneth Paltrow, and then just like these mortifying, like a lot of like really toxic, like calorie things of like ice cream, this ice cream, like 105 calories, like just like a list. I'm just like doing random things, or like how to eat more for less. That Brian's showing me his Explore page. There's a guy working out.
Guys frantically working out on my Explore page with like American flags in the background.
I mean, mine is like, I'm gonna hold mine up for Brian, but I don't know. There's Jennifer Aniston. There's a guy trying to show you to eat kind of cheese. There's a weird orange. Caitlyn Jenner, calorie breakdowns of random things, just like a peek inside my dark, twisted mind.
So what
But
Goop one showed up
there,
on your Explore page?
okay, there was a clip from Oprah from like, I would say 17 years ago. Do you know where I'm going with this? The guest was
No.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
Gwyneth had that total, like, I don't know, early 2000s, like blow dry, like blowout.
Hmm.
Had more body than we're used to seeing now. And she was telling Oprah why she decided to name her daughter Apple,
Oh,
which I didn't really, I've always been curious about.
I don't think I've ever seen this clip.
I had never seen it.
Yeah,
And this was like during the time that I was like watching Oprah.
sure.
She said it was because her daddy, which is what she said, referring to Apple, said if she's a girl, we should name her Apple. That's what Chris said to Gwyneth. And as
Oh,
soon as she heard that, she loved it because it sounded so crisp and clean, or crisp and fresh. And then Oprah chimed in and said clean. And she said, yes, it's just so clean and so pretty and so lovely. And it's also biblical, which I
I
thought was weird
guess.
because, like, it's not, it's biblical, but well, it's debate. It's the fruit of knowledge or whatever. Some people think is an apple, but it's like what the devil, I mean, is that, isn't it kind of like bad in the Bible? I don't know. I don't really understand the
Yeah, it's a
Bible. I think
source
it's
of
bad.
it's a source of temptation as far as I mean, I'm no biblical scholar, but I mean it would yeah, it's like naming your child serpent
Man's
or
original sin is like Eve taking a bite of the apple and like from the tree of knowledge and like learning that she's naked and covering herself with shame.
yeah.
Anyway, and so she first
So it's
tried
just
painful
Chris's
childbirth. Anyway,
suggestion.
it was Chris's suggestion, and she said, and then she named her. She did it, and then she said it was like this source of like international backlash that she couldn't understand. Which I was like, yeah, they have been putting Gwyneth through this for a long time.
It's sort of what because it was one of the I felt like the original of that generation
Like
baby
weird
names that were
celebrity.
crazy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, I mean, no one would think twice about it.
Well, Apple is less weird than like some of the other. Well, I don't know. Are they still doing weird names?
I think it's gone back to
Elon
now.
Musk's kid's name was just a bunch of like numbers or
Yeah,
something.
that's weird. But like most, I feel like most new mother, like celebrity mothers are doing more like trad names now. I think it's gone back, swung in the other direction.
Yeah.
Um, Elon, I mean, did you see? Sorry, this is a tangent. Grimes's little TikTok about utopian communism and how AI will actually help bring about it.
No, I saw that it was out there and I thought, I don't need to see this.
You don't.
I don't want to watch this. Why would I? Just to think it's bad. I know, I already know I don't want to see it.
She's very pretty. I mean, I still Grimes is a deeply disturbed individual, but I do think she's extremely pretty.
Well, at least she's got that going for
Yeah.
her. But Gwyneth also said that she thought it was weird that people cared because people named their kids like Rose and June and she said other pretty nouns. So why not Apple?
It's true. I mean, every name starts as something else, pretty much, and then it becomes eventually through repetition, people naming their kids that, then it becomes a name. So I don't know that Apple is has taken off like Rose or Violet or is there another fruit? Plum is. I mean, plum is sort of a name.
Lily,
Lily. Yeah, flowers.
Daisy,
I feel like more than fruits.
Jasmine,
Of course.
Hyacinth for the BBC heads out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, British people are definitely apt to call their babies plant names more. So maybe that's part of the reason that
Fern,
Chris. Oh, Fern. I like that name, Fern.
Willow.
There's a lot.
I could go on
Yeah.
and on. But my name means virginal lamb of God.
My name means, I think, strength or strong or something.
Strong and strength.
Something like that.
Yeah. Brian. It's like I will punch you
Sure,
with
I
an
guess.
iron or something.
But your name is like just like like your name never got super popular amongst our generation, so it feels pretty unique.
It's unique.
Whereas
It's
my name is like literally the most popular name of our generation.
it's very popular, yeah. Very, yeah. But it's like not it's very of our generation because I don't think people our age name their kids Brian. So
No, it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna turn into the Lindas and the Karens.
yeah, the Bryans, yeah.
Yeah,
But at least, yeah, it's nice to have a name that will like is always sort of out of time, I guess. I don't have to.
yeah.
I used to really hate my name, but now I like love it.
I could see. I mean, as a kid, I could see. Did you always go by Aggie or did you go by Agnes when you were little?
Well, I went by Agnes into elementary school, and then I hated it so much I got a book of names of Nick, and I found the nickname section,
Mm,
like that
yeah.
listed all of them. And the nickname for Agnes, one of them was Nesta.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
so I went by Nesta in like seventh and eighth grade when I went like the 2 year random years that I went to this like weird school, and that not a weird school, just like a public school. I like wanted to go, whatever, it doesn't matter. I went to for middle school. And then when I went to high school, I was like, okay, Nesta is like a bit much. But everybody, like my family called me Aggie. It was like a nick,
Mm.
like they like interchangeably with Agnes. It was just sort of like a short, they would just like sometimes call me that. So I just said, I'm just gonna go do it and say Aggie. And then it just kind of I never stopped. But I keep wanting to make the transition back to Agnes. And it's hard because people just call you something else and it's not
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, if you started doing it like professionally,
Mhm.
like when writing correspondence or anything you have to sign your name, then I think you might slowly be able to do it. But yeah, the people that know you, it'll be tough.
Which I wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
I had a friend who went by their middle name when we were younger and then changed to their first name. And this was a million years ago. We're like in our late 30s now, and we became friends in high school, and I still struggle to call them by their name.
Oh, sure.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just hard. But anyway, this is neither here nor there.
But now we finally know the Apple origin story.
Yes.
All right.
And that was my best because I mean, education is always gonna be the most important thing, and I learned something.
And the algorithm is actually teaching you something and knows what you're interested in, which
We learned from each other.
yeah. And I guess I don't, yeah, my algorithm, I mean, like I said, I don't know where it's getting it. I don't know if I'm half sleepingly looking at bodybuilders on Instagram before I go to bed and not remembering or what, but
Well, I mean, it's like a lot of the stuff I don't want to see, but when I see it, I click on it because I'm just like, what is this? And it's
they
like
know.
really disgusting. But it's not stuff I search. It's just stuff that they're like, look at this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fine. And then I'm like, I don't want it, but it's there.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know.
Okay. So my best is actually, I have to give it up for them. The 12 recipes to get you out of a weeknight dinner rut.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you were going to like this one.
I mean, maybe my expectations have been lowered so much in the last several weeks with their food content, but I thought that, and again, like this is not perfect. These are not new recipes. These are like recipes culled from previous things. But I thought,
my problem with it.
Yeah, like I wish that they would do new ones, but these did seem, I think because I am in a weeknight dinner rut, I'm in the thick of a weeknight dinner rut. This did give me a little bit of inspiration, and I feel like they're rounding the turn and slowly maybe getting on the right path with these recipes.
Yeah, I mean, see, I was very surprised because, I really didn't think that you were gonna respond to these reposts, especially a lot of these things are things that we've seen quite a bit. I'm thinking specifically about the lemony pan roasted chicken fried with carrots.
Yeah, I
And
know
I'm
we've seen it a million
talking
times. It looks
about
good though.
the chickpea kale curry, which
Yeah.
those are really old. I mean, this chickpea kale curry is like, I mean, I'm gonna say it's 3 years old, maybe more.
Was this chickpea kale curry before the Allison Roman stew even, you think? Or is it in response to Allison Roman stew?
I think it was in response. I think it was the year the stew came out. they made a detox version of it for
Okay,
their
yeah.
or something like that. But they didn't officially say that's what they were
Of
doing,
course
but
not.
that was what they were doing. So maybe 2 years, however old the stew is. I don't know.
And you're right. The lemony pan roasted chicken thighs with carrots has been in the rotation for years, but it always I still have never made it. It always looks really good. Um, a couple. Well, you're going to talk about the sandwich one, which looks good, and then there's another
Oh,
one.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
No, it was just it's not on my list. I just had opinions about it, but I knew you were going to talk about it, so I just held back till
It
now.
looks tasty to me.
I know, but do you have to make that bread thing yourself?
I actually didn't click on the recipe. I can't imagine that they're gonna make. I mean, it's definitely not a weeknight dinner recipe if you're making your own flatbread.
No.
Um,
Yeah, see, that was the other thing. I didn't think it was like easy to find this recipe from the whatever.
oh,
This doesn't
interesting.
matter.
You use pizza dough, and so you do bake it, but you don't actually make the dough.
Oh, see, that is weeknight.
That sounds good.
Maybe
Um,
I'll make it.
the caponata tui pasta looks good. It's like a combination of caponata and ratatouille, obviously.
Mm.
Um, what else? The black and trout. The chicken larb bowl with coconut rice. I think I'm in such a I think because like I'm my job, I have like a more regular work schedule and it like lasts longer into the afternoon. So the last month or so I've just been slacking off on cooking, and I feel like I do need to maybe get back into like some mindful meal prep that I wasn't doing during the pandemic because I had so much time on my hands.
Yeah. I pre-made a bunch of my favorite. I think I talked about them last week because I've been planning it, but those vegan black bean burgers from
Yeah.
Vegan for Everybody.
Okay.
They're like you like grind up black beans with tortilla chips
Oh, you
and
did say, yeah, I definitely want to try this. This sounds really good.
it's really good. Yeah, you put like scallions and cilantro in it and they're vegan and they are really like crispy and flavorful. They're good.
But yeah, I think I would love if Goop like I mean, I'd love it if they did it every week of just like highlighting a few weeknight recipes, and then if possible, do a new one. Do one. How about one a month? One new one a month. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so.
I mean, there are entire magazines dedicated to like weekly recipes.
Yeah,
They should be able to do it. It's not that hard. Like they have a full staff
you'd
that's
think.
job it is to create recipes.
And like, and I do think these recipes, and this is part of the reason why it was on my best. They're old, yes. Some of them might not taste very good, but they do seem to hit that Goop sweet spot of we're doing trendy ingredients, but we're really focusing on health and like watching what we eat, quote unquote, and
Yeah.
like that sort of because like Bon Appetit or Food 52, almost all the time these are not like health recipes. These are like pretty
They're
indulgent
really
recipes.
intense. And they're very and even the ones that they say are like healthy or whatever are just they're extremely high calorie. They
Yeah,
just are.
they
And
are.
like I don't know, but it's like I can't do that.
Yeah, I love doing that, and I do it too often, but I shouldn't. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have cooking light and whatever, which are it's just like disgusting, and like
And
anyone who's
tragic.
into food would like commit suicide if they tried one of these recipes.
Yeah.
So I mean this is obviously the Goop sweet spot is figuring out how to combine the health trend and the foodie trend and making it delicious and light so you don't feel like you have a rock in your stomach when you go to bed that night. And I think for the most part these 12 weeknight dishes exemplify what's good about Goop recipes. So I just want them to continue going in this direction.
I agree.
But yeah, write new recipes. Caitlin and everyone who works for Caitlin, I know you're listening, get to work.
Get to work.
All right. What's your
Okay.
worst?
The Vacation Shop.
Oh,
I found this to be very depressing. I'm ready to buy some shorts. I'm thinking about shorts. I'm thinking about summer. I'm getting all excited. I go outside, I see other people wearing shorts. I'm like, why isn't that me? Where are my shorts? I don't know. They're under my bed, I think, in my like little, in my stowaway clothes area. But I want to dress summery. I'd like to get a new bathing suit. I click this link and I am just not into this stuff that they have on the I just do not like it at all.
The so wait, they have like bathing suits, and I'm trying to pull
Yeah.
this one up.
So the vacation shop now open for business. Okay, so whatever. There's like some shorts and a top, whatever, fine, fine, fine. My real problem is with the bathing suits. These are the type, this style, which I don't really know what to call it. It's like harsh lines, straight lines, and like very like athletic. I think it what's what some people might consider to be like sleek,
Yeah, it's athletic, but it's also very like modern dancey.
very modern.
Yeah.
This is the exact style that I used to, as a kid, look at with horror and think of how gross it was going to be an adult because they dressed so bad. Like they didn't get to wear like frilly, sparkly
Yeah.
pink things. They had to wear like these like sleek lines, and they thought they looked so great. And I just thought it all looked so boring. And Goop usually doesn't. Goop is pretty has like a pretty like eclectic mix of like textures and silhouettes and things like that. But I mean, I pretty much hate, well, there's this one that's from a different brand, Jade Swim. There's like a cobalt blue one piece that's kind of cute. But for the most part, these bathing suits are just oof, they just make me sad. Like I don't know how to explain it. They just look like something a pervert would wear. And it's not to say that they are like too like revealing or something. It's just the vibe. It's like an adult pervert.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's this one brand that I'm looking at, Hate,
That's the
is
brand that's bad.
there's one that's like literally a tube top.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one that has one sleeve that looks
Mm-hmm.
insane. I
Mm-hmm.
like are one piece swimsuits just back in for women now? Because I feel like for almost our adult lives, unless you were like an older woman, like most you would wear a two piece, yeah? Or am I crazy?
I always wear a one
One
piece.
piece.
I think you could wear both. I just feel better I usually wear a one piece, but there's a bikini on here. There's a
There,
Heat.
yeah, there's a couple.
I think that I don't know.
Oh, what about the Jade Swim all in one piece? The like bright sort of cerulean one. That one's
Yeah, that's
pretty.
the one that I was saying. There's like this was the blue one that
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought
the cobalt,
was cute.
yeah.
That one is cute. But I'm just really not into I don't like any of these sandals.
No.
I don't really like these sundresses. I very much do not like this electric and rose Lucille romper, which looks like something you would get from Target and should not be on here. What is this?
Yeah, that's wait, scroll down on the left. There's like, I guess it's like a unisex, like Hawaiian shirt slash short shorts combo called the Cuban set. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
what is going on with
Is
this one
this is
now?
for a woman?
It looks like it's for a little boy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cute, but it's like
Desmond and Dempsey.
yeah, I would wear. I mean, I would wear it, but uh
Yeah,
that's an interesting look for. I mean, hey, gender's a spectrum, but
I guess. I guess. Yeah, it definitely looks like um not for a woman. Um yeah, these are all I sort of feel that way about this like Terry jumpsuit. Although I am currently as I record this wearing a Terry jumpsuit, but I didn't get it from Goop. I got it from like H&M and it was like $6 and it's a
yeah,
tragedy. Like why is it on here?
yeah. Ugh, you're right. These I don't know. I like always wear shorts anyway, so I don't really have like a specific summer wardrobe.
I just feel like it just doesn't this doesn't I do you know what this says to me? This feels like they're trying to strike a balance where they're saying it's summertime, but they're also saying we're just getting out of the pandemic and people are like broke and upset and we don't want to flaunt like wealth. So it's this like streamlined, pared
Mm.
down sort of style that's very bland. And it's just depressing. It's not what it doesn't say vacation to me. It just says like, just like silent solitude.
Yeah, we're not gonna enjoy being wealthy. We're gonna, self-flagellate.
We're gonna go on vacation and we're gonna wear bathing suits, but they're not gonna be nice. They're gonna be beige and they're gonna be extremely severe and we're gonna hate it.
The worst thing on this whole page, I think, now that I'm looking at everything, is the Natalie Martin Stella dress that says it's exclusive. That literally looks like a nightgown, like a tie-dye
Wait,
blue and white nightgown.
hang on, there's like a couple. Oh, this one. Yeah. Yeah, like that looks like it looks like something I would buy and hate, honestly.
Like a hospital gown, almost like,
It's
or
a
like you're in
hospital
an
gown.
asylum and this is what they're
It's
forcing you to wear
depressing. It's really depressing. Yeah.
right before your lobotomy.
Yeah. This does not look like something you want to, I mean, maybe something you like throw on over your bathing suit when you walk down to the beach because you don't care if it gets
Mm,
like washed away in the ocean and you never see it again, but
yeah.
not something you would want to like put on. Yeah,
No.
it looks like you're going to an asylum. No thanks. These things are
Ugh.
not good for me. These are bad for my heart and for my mind.
Yeah. When you said the vacation was your worst, I thought you were going to talk about Allie's trip to Hawaii. Did you read that article?
No, what happened? Was that
Oh,
on your
she
list?
no, it got me angry because it looked fun, and then it's like in collaboration with this new fancy hotel on the Big Island, so she got a free stay at this hotel, and then I looked at the prices, and it's like $1,500 a night. So it was just like one of those frustrating Goop experiences where I can't even imagine, like I can't even pretend to imagine that I'm going to be doing this anytime soon.
Yeah, where it's like, why are you even telling me about this?
Yeah.
I'm not ever
Like
doing it. So stop.
$1,500. I mean, it looked nice, but there's a lot of nice hotels in Hawaii. Like the whole thing, I was just like, this is crazy.
I mean, do you ever need to spend that? I mean, I guess for some people, $1,500 is like not anything.
I
It's like
guess.
there must be people where like that is the same as spending like $400. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make that big of a difference to them.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those people at all.
When we went on our honeymoon, we splurged we mostly stayed in like an Airbnb, but like for like 2 or 3 nights, we splurged and stayed in a hotel that was like $400 a night. And it was like
Really nice.
glorious. And I can't
Yeah.
imagine anything's better than that, but I guess.
I can't imagine that either. I mean, like, unless you're getting like a private, like cabana or something, or like
Yeah.
a private, like bungalow.
I know. Hawaii.
I know.
What a place. What a place.
What
All
a
right.
night.
My worst. Oh, yeah. My worst. It's just sort of, I guess it has to do with me, but it's also Goop. I really need Goop to be comprehensive if they're doing new articles, to please put them on the emails, because now that your website is such a piece of shit, I can't see all the new articles on the website. I expect those email newsletters to be comprehensive. And
Okay.
now their Instagram, they're linking to articles that aren't on the newsletters. And it's like freaking me out because I'm thinking, am I missing stuff? Or are you just linking to old articles? I don't know. I don't know what the answer to this is.
I don't know either.
Because they linked on the Instagram just like 2 days ago, they linked to this thing called What Research Tells Us About Diet and Depression.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also like whatever. It's like a very traditional Goop article where they're talking, it's some PhD who is saying obviously diet and depression are linked and everyone should be on the Mediterranean diet and processed food causes depression, but obviously she's not telling anyone not to be on SSRIs or like not go to therapy. It's all part of a process, blah, blah, blah. But then she sort of is telling you, hey guys, it's about your food.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want, like, if this is a new article, and I've read thousands of these articles now, so I have no idea if I've read this before or not. But if you're linking to it on the Instagram, put it in the newsletters, because I don't need to like have to check a million different sources every week.
Right.
That's my
It's
rant.
too much.
It's too much. And like, fine, if you're going to link to everything on your Instagram, that's great. Cause then I could just not pay attention to my emails and do all of my research just on Instagram. But you're not doing that either.
Yeah. You really consider this to be research, huh?
I mean, yeah, that's what I tell myself.
It's work. It's labor.
It is labor.
It's a labor of love.
Uh all right. What's your craziest or saddest?
My craziest is, oh, I mean, I don't know if it was that crazy, but it might have just been the same old goop stuff. But I really do feel like this supplements article was just, I mean, it's like it wasn't shocking for a goop piece, but I was not impressed with it. The best way to take my supplements and when, first of all, there's a new Goop person. I don't think I've seen this person. Denise Johnson, Goop's senior science editor.
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely not had an Ask Denise before.
No.
I've seen her name, and this is, I think, a couple months ago when I was worried Gerda was being pushed out. I think it's because of this Denise lady.
Right.
But supposedly Gerda and her are working in harmony, and Denise is the senior science editor, and then Gerda, I believe, has a slightly different title. But I mean, and it's great. Like if you need two scientists on staff, God bless you. And this Denise looks like a lovely lady, but I really don't understand the difference between what she does and what Gerda does.
I don't know what she does either. She's also working on Goop PhD.
Ugh.
And someone emailed her and said, "Is there a certain time of day to take my vitamins and supplements?" And I believe that vitamins and supplements are really, really overrated. I don't really think we need to take them at all for the most part, except for like the only one a doctor has ever actually told me to take was calcium and vitamin D. Those are the only two. I think that this supplement stuff is too much. And she says, if you're still deciding which supplements are best for you with your doctor, consider your unique diet, lifestyle, and health. Because they're a way to avoid nutritional gaps where your diet falls short. It's just, to me, this like really starts to like open a lot of like orthorexia windows that I don't want to climb through. And I just like, it stresses me out a lot. And I can't deal with the supplements. I can't even start with the supplements because I hate supplements.
I'm sure right, and you agree with Jen Gunter, who's against supplements, but Goop isn't obviously in the business of selling supplements.
Oh yeah, selling and just like in general saying that they're good.
But I just thought this, I mean, maybe if you're new to taking supplements, there'd be some information in this, but like and I'm probably wasting so much money buying supplements, but I am definitely a supplement taker.
Yeah.
And I just like after you start taking them, you just know when you should take them. So I'll do, in the morning, right after breakfast, I take my fish oil, my vitamin D, my vitamin C, my DHEA, which is anti-aging, and then my prescription cholesterol medicine. And then at night, I take more fish oil, my magnesium, and my melatonin.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
I don't want to think about it. Taking your multis in the morning, taking vitamin D in the afternoon may provide better absorption. I mean, I definitely forget to take my vitamin D all the time.
Yeah.
And I do have a little like biotin gummy that I take sometimes when I remember.
Oh, I also took a perfect attendance today.
How's that?
I love them. They taste good. It's that elderberry flavor. They're really tasty.
Yeah, it's like a Starburst.
Yeah. Oh, I also took a vitamin B12, the one that you put on your tongue.
Once when I went to the dentist, they were like, "We're gonna knock you out and give you an IV drip, and if you want for an extra like $50, we'll put like a B12 drip in there too. We'll give you and I was like, "Yes, I'll take it."
I've heard those B12 shots are great. I've never actually taken one.
It might have just been a shot. I don't know. I think maybe they put in the IV. I don't know what they did. I was like, give me whatever you want. I was like, inject me. I don't care. I'll be passed out. Shoot me up with all of it. And they were like, okay. They probably didn't give me anything. They probably just put it on the bill.
Yeah. But I do think like two vitamin or supplement regimens a day is a lot. 3, like to do an afternoon one, if you're also doing a morning and a night one, is too much. I'm not going to do that.
Too much. I agree. I just was like, I don't want to start sitting around thinking. I mean, I'm already like, there's like a never ending amount of supplements you could take.
Of course.
Just like, when do you stop and why?
Yeah. Cause like there's so, I mean, well, it's like just there's like the normal ones. And then it's like the ones that if you're really getting into like bodybuild, like there's a lot of like very specific ones for like bodybuilding and stuff that I just obviously don't get into.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. Anyway, this was my worst or my craziest. I was just like not into it. What was yours?
My craziest were some of the items on the 60% off Goop sale.
Okay, like what?
I mean, guys, if you don't know, there's a 60% off Goop sale. So browse it. Maybe you'll find stuff that you like. But there were just some real tragic odds and ends on the 60% off sale. There was a Slovenian cookbook. It was like Tales from My Slovenian Kitchen, which I'm sure it's great food, but it's obviously not going to be a bestseller.
Right.
There was Valerie Jarrett's memoir.
Okay.
Which is like so 2011 or whatever.
So Goop, yeah.
There was Busy Phillips's memoir, which I was like,
another. Oof. Oh, that I remember. That wasn't that one supposed to be? No, wait. Remember, she was like really hot for a minute.
She's always very hot.
She wasn't going to get a show.
She does have a show. She's on Girls 5 Eva. Oh, she had a talk show on E!
Like a talk show.
Yes, she did for like a season, and then it got canceled. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's someone I like, but I definitely don't need to read her story.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Victoria Beckham clothes on the sale, which are still so expensive. It's like more expensive than G Label. I get Victoria Beckham, I think, is obviously like a fashion icon, but it seems like she doesn't seem particularly like upscale to me but I don't know what I'm talking about, but it just seems crazy that her clothes are that expensive.
Yeah, to me that sounds like a something that would be at like Kohl's or something.
Yeah, Victoria Beckham for Kohl's.
Yeah.
But these things are still like there's like a caftan for $700. It also seems outdated. Like her style, I feel like she's very of the like super skinny, like Rachel Zoe, big sunglasses. I'm gonna wear like a tent, but I weigh 85 pounds.
Yeah.
And I think that is just like not what people are in. Like that's not what's like stylish now.
Do you think people in their 20s even know who she is?
I can't imagine. I mean, they would know who she is through like the tabloids, I guess, or like knowing that she's a famous person, but I don't think they have. I think they would still know who Victoria.
I don't think they would know who she is.
Maybe not.
I think that there are a lot. I bet you that if you went to like a random high school and you said, who is Victoria Beckham?
Like, yeah, they wouldn't know.
They would not know.
That would be like someone asking us who's like,
we don't know.
I don't know, like whoever is like the 4th most famous person on Dynasty.
Yeah, exactly. Like they don't know who that is, even though I mean, yeah. Well, maybe they had because they do like nostalgia, so it's possible that they were getting all excited about the Spice Girls, but I think even that is kind of over.
I don't think I think the Spice Girls have a lot of nostalgia for people that are our age that were really into them when they were like in middle school or whatever. Yeah. But I don't think the Spice Girls have gotten that young, like the nostalgia,
like ironic obsession.
Yeah, like I think because I think that music is so. It's just not bad. It's bad. It's not cool. Like it's not cool 90s music. It's like really bad. Yeah. So I think kids are just like too savvy nowadays to like that stuff, right?
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it was terrible. I was always like a couple years too old for it anyway, so I always thought it was sort of terrible. You were probably right in the sweet spot for it.
I was pretty into it.
Yeah. But like, do teenagers know who like the Olsen twins are, or do they only know them as like WandaVision's crazy older sisters?
They probably just think that they're like these old hags.
Which they are. I mean, they're the greatest old hags in the world, and they're only in their mid-30s, but I love them. But like, yeah,
I
they
love them
definitely
too.
are.
I know. I can't. I hope I live long enough to see them get old.
I mean, you're looking at it. Like, I don't know how they could look any
I mean,
older.
I want to see them at 70,
I know.
and then I'll write a piece called "The Olsen Twins at 70."
Perfect. Just
Yeah,
yeah, start working on it now.
I will.
What else? Oh, this one. I didn't even know this existed until now. There's a Pegan t-shirt, a Will Cole Pegan t-shirt that just says Pegan on
How
it.
dare he?
Yeah, and it's on sale for like $20.
Oh my God. Did you see
Um,
Jen Gunter was going after them, one of them on Twitter? Like sometimes she'll like
oh,
confront these doctors like
I know. Out of
about
nowhere.
their stuff. I can't remember which one it was, but
She
it's
was
like
going on about Hyman is the one that she really hates, I think.
I really hate
Hyman.
Hyman too.
Yeah.
See, that's what I hate the most about Jen Gunter is like how much I agree with every single thing. And like I agree with her. I think Mark Hyman is like probably the worst of the worst because he's the most established.
He's the one that started the Cleveland Clinic,
Cleveland
right? He's
Clinic.
the one that trained. He's the Matt Besser of integrative
Yeah,
medicine.
exactly. Yeah. And like I, I don't want to say who the Will Cole is because
Oh God,
only you would know.
There's a lot of Will Coles around.
There are a lot of Will Coles, yeah.
Then we got a California Dreamin' Monopoly set that's on sale for the low price of $180, down from like $220, which is like some designer. It just seems like, I don't know, it's like Monopoly, but all the streets are from LA, and so it costs 10 times as much. I have no idea.
You could like get a pair of shoes on this sale for that price.
And then Goop. So this is, I think, the last remnant of the old regime. Goop by Juice Beauty eye cream is deeply on sale if anyone wants it.
You'll never see it again.
Because I imagine they are, I'm sure, concocting their own Goop not by Juice Beauty eye cream, which will
I think Juice Beauty is done.
Thrown in the trash. Yeah.
Oh, you can get a full blush puzzle, a Goop jigsaw puzzle for only $14.
Ugh. Yeah, some of these books, Evan Funke's pasta cookbook is on sale. I mean, it's just you can get a power cable for some reason on Goop.
Yeah, why would you? What is this cable?
I have no idea. For $10, you can get so I guess it's worth it.
It's a power cable.
I think they're just literally cleaning out their warehouse.
This hardly warrants an explanation, but here's one anyway. This lightning to USB-C cable is your phone's lifeline. Literally, we're big fans of the extended length, which is particularly convenient for texting in bed, reaching the car charger from the backseat, recharging over a stranger's bag while plugging it in at the airport, ... They didn't bother finishing that thought.
Yeah, it's like, we know what a power cable is.
What the hell is this? Why is this on here?
Whoa, did you scroll down a little further to these headbands? These are like the most ugly things I've ever seen in my life.
I saw the headbands. Are those Victoria Beckham?
No, it's a brand called Autumn Adigibo, and they're beaded headbands. They were $195. They're down to $117, and they look like shit.
Yeah, they're really gross. I'm not into those. They're like have like rhinestones all over them.
Yeah.
Or something. Those thick ones, right? I clicked away, but that's what it is, right?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And then there's all these bodysuits that like.
Yeah, and the bodysuits are. I feel like the bodysuits, I don't know. They're great. I love them forever.
Yeah. Pegan tee. It was $55 originally for a plain white tee with Pegan. Now down.
You want to know why?
Why? Because of us.
Fucking greedy. That's why.
Oh, I think it's because they saw our cool t-shirts that we made, and they were like, we can't completely copy them, but we have to make other stupid t-shirts with stupid sayings on them.
Pegan.
There's also one called Cold Shower.
What's that?
I guess it's in reference to Wim Hof.
Oh, it's like where are you seeing these? I'm looking all over this thing for
It's further down. It's like past the jumpsuits, past the bodysuits.
Oh, so you're just on. So you like went in this and you're just doing like sale. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm just looking at the everything. Yeah, the sale.
All right, I have to go down.
Yeah, it goes. The very last thing they have is the Goop by Juice Beauty eye cream, which is still $72. It's not 60% off.
Okay, so if I keep scrolling down, I'm
Event.
past bathing suits, past these like weird trousers. Oh, Pegan, here it is.
Yeah, Pegan, and then below
Cold
that is
shower,
cold shower.
wild stuff.
Burr.
Burn.
Yeah, so you can get your t-shirts, you get your power cables, your disgusting headbands, your Victoria Beckham muumuus, and your Slovenian cookbooks and your board games all in one place.
Yeah. Sounds
Finding
good
My
to me.
Voice, Valerie Jarrett, $13.
Yeah. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know. I'm sure she's a lovely person. It's just very funny.
well, I guess it was featured on here or something.
Yeah, I think she made the rounds when she wrote it.
The cheapest thing on here is a $6 bottle of Genexa Jet Lag RX, homeopathic jet lag medication.
$6?
Yeah.
Not bad. Hey, Low Rocks, the Low Rocks Lauren Roxburgh dome is $11.
$11.
Oh man, she's fucking sheep in New Zealand, and they're just
And
getting rid of everything.
yeah, they are like really like torching the memory of her. $11. That's really sad.
$11. That is, I mean, that's,
Although I don't know what they are.
and you get two of them.
Yeah.
Two is better than
That's
one.
less than $6 per dome.
Oh my god.
Or whatever the hell it is.
They look like spiky tits.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to freak you out.
All right, let's move on. What would you try?
Okay. Well, I don't really know what it is, but I was sort of intrigued by this new hair. My hair is a constant problem in my life. I have bad hair. I have dry hair. It's frizzy. It's fucked up. I would try this Rahua shampoo and conditioner. Why? Don't know. Just
I bet
because
it
why not?
smells really good.
And I just need something that's gonna like make my hair look good. And look at all this cool stuff they have. Like, oh, this isn't by the same brand, but it's like in the same piece. You can get like a weird like scalp comb, fortifying hair serum, this really scary looking hairbrush that looks like a torture device. I feel like I need to invest in like a really expensive hairbrush, like this Philip B $190 paddle brush.
Jesus.
I want to like really put some money into like hair products. But I'm not going to, but I would love to.
And the Rahua products are, I mean, they're not cheap, but they're not crazy. They're $34 for shampoo, $36 for the conditioner.
Yeah, they're totally reasonable.
And like the picture, are those jasmine flowers? What is, or like, it looks, it seems like it will smell floral.
On which one?
Just in the newsletter, the main picture that they have with the Rahua, it's against a backdrop of little white flowers. It's not jasmine. I don't know what it is.
Maybe, oh, that would be nice.
It says,
it looks like that like baby's breath that just like comes in they put
roses.
in a bouquet.
It says Rahua, lavender, and eucalyptus oil. So it's like a clean, yeah, interesting. Okay, here's what I would try.
Okay.
And you'll notice if you listened carefully to our discussion of those 12 recipes, there was one I didn't mention, and that was because I was waiting for this moment.
Oh my god, wow.
I would try the roasted veggies with black pepper sauce.
That sounds good.
It sounds really good.
Yeah.
So it's roasted, it's cauliflower, cabbage, with like, garlic, ginger, blah, blah, blah. And then just a shit ton of black pepper. And that sounds very good. But then